Antonio Calvache, cinematographer for Queen Sugar, follows the life of three siblings who moved to Louisiana to claim an inheritance from their recently departed father, an 800-acre sugarcane farm. I think Queen Sugar, I think I read you guys shot one episode before the coronavirus shut down, or pandemic shut down the season, and then the show was subsequently retooled, obviously, to reflect real life. How did that retooling affect your visual sense and like what you wanted to accomplish this season?
Well, season 5 last year was a very special season. As you said, we were in the middle of episode 2 when we shut down. And we came back 6 months later in September. We stopped in March. We came back in September, and pretty much everything was reconceived from scratch. The scripts were brand new. They were adapted to the reality of the COVID pandemic. They were also put in the context of present time last year with the Black Lives Matter. So it was suddenly a new set of challenges. It was, in some respect, the most challenging season in the sense that we couldn't shoot episode by episode as we were used to. We were shooting by actors' pods. So we would shoot the whole season, all the episodes on one part of the family. And then we will wrap those actors and bring another group of actors and shoot the whole season for them. So it all that would have been fun if it wasn't because the scripts were written as we were going. So we didn't have a lot of time to plan. It really sharpened our abilities to improvise, to approach every day's work open-minded, and try to get the best out of it. It was very challenging, but at the same time, we were also grateful that we were able to go back to work, and that the challenges didn't matter. It didn't affect our morale. It was probably the most beautiful season in the sense that the crew, the cast, we felt so close together in making the best out of the season. To that, you need to add that sense of actuality. We were actually shooting scenes that we were living in our society. It felt so real, and it felt so satisfying to be able to tell the story that the society was going through in our family, the Borderlands. I'm shooting season 6 right now. Season 5 aired, just finished airing. And it was wonderful to see the reaction of the audiences, how they could connect with what the characters went through in season 5. Usually, every other season, I work with different female directors, all female directors. Each episode is a different director. Each episode brings, the challenge of working with a different personality and adapting to each director. Last season, for the first time, I worked with the same director through the season. So that added to the sense of family, of tightness in the crew. We have been working for many years. The cast is like my family. I love them all. I love the Bordelon family. I love the characters. I really feel very close to them. I have learned a lot through working in this series. I really hope people will go out. It's a beautiful series. I have learned so much about what it's like to be an African American in this country. I didn't grow up in this country, so there are still things I am learning, and certainly this series has added a lot to me personally.
Yeah. No, it is a wonderful series. I guess I wanted to ask you, like you mentioned that like the closeness of the cast and you're closest with the actors and the characters, and like you said, like this season they're dealing with so many like pulled from the headlines, for lack of a better term, like just real life, right? Like like the characters are dealing with like George Floyd's murder and the Black Lives Matter movement and all these different things. When you're capturing these like really emotional, sensitive moments that obviously have a personal connection to the actors as well as the characters, can you talk about like how you manage that and manage those sensitivities and like with doing it with the respect that it deserves, I guess. Yeah, I'm really curious to hear what you have to say.
Yes, I mean all these series is like this, but last season, the season 5 was especially more so in the sense that I like to observe. I like to approach every scene, every episode open-minded, and observe and capture the details, capture the subtleties. I think my cinematography is very much rooted in reality. I like to always bring visual poetry to this everyday life. And last year, more than ever, it just took me an effort to just pay attention and study the scenes, study the performances, and do justice to them, and try to figure out a way that we can approach the scenes without being intrusive, but bringing the audience in and try to reflect what's happening with these characters, and get deeper and deeper, and especially don't miss those subtleties and or those details that are what makes this series special.
Yeah, one specific scene I wanted to talk to you about, and I know Ava DuVernay has talked about, was the there's a Chadwick Boseman tribute, right, where like the where you have the Black Panther the doll and stuff. Can you talk about like that? I just think that scene is so wonderful, and obviously was so it really Chadwick Boseman's death did affect so many people, and like to reflect that on the show, I thought was really special. But I guess can you talk about like that scene? I just thought that scene is really wonderful.
Yes, it was great. I mean, my favorite scenes are the scenes between Ralph Angel and Blue. It's their connection is the strongest, and I have been shooting on this. This is the 6th year I work with them. I have seen Blue grow. I think a lot of the movie Boyhood that shot over many years, and how fulfilling it was for the audience, to see those characters, the little kid grow. And I feel like I'm going through the same experience. I see Blue grow, and I'm so attached to this character. I am attached to Blue, and he has grown up. He when he was little, he played with dolls, and that was a great deal. That he was allowed, being a boy, to play with dolls, and now there's this beautiful scene with the doll, and he has grown up, and now he can have serious conversation with his father about what it means to be an African American in this society, and he's growing up to the point when he needs to be careful. He needs to know how to navigate this society, so he is safe from harm. So yes, there were great moments in this season where there was that new reality of Blue growing up into an African American boy, and what Black Lives Matter means, and why the Black Panther was just a wonderful homage.
Yeah. Antonio Calvache, cinematographer for Queen Sugar on OWN. Thank you so much for doing this. Really appreciate it. And stick around. We'll do the panel at the end here. Thank you.
Thank you.